Yo, what is up, guys? Happy Friday, and welcome to another live training. You got just me today. So Dakota's out. He's celebrating his wife's birthday today, so they're gonna have a good time. And yeah, we are jumping in today on a $10 million funnel. So I'm really excited about this one. I think, for a lot of marketers and business owners and anyone out there that's curious about this world, they're always like, what are the best of the best people? Like, what are they doing? And I think that's what we're gonna jump in today. So I'm really excited. We're gonna actually be diving into one of the most, I would say probably the most, definitely the most, I would say, famous person inside of like the current online, like high ticket coaching and consulting world. It's a guy that he's created multiple different 10 and honestly on his way to 9-figure businesses. And one of the businesses that he basically skyrocketed his success, that's going to be the business that we jump into today. So I'm excited. We're going to go through some of the funnel. We're going to go through how it all works. And if you have questions, please go ahead and comment below so that we can talk about it. And just hang out. It's going to be a fun time. So happy Friday to you guys. Let's go ahead and just dive right on in. So let me share my screen. All right. Cool. So if you guys don't know, this is the person that we're going to be hanging out with today. So Alex Hormozi is kind of one of the biggest dogs just in our space. He started with Gym Launch. He had a Gym Lords as well. He's since gone on to do licensing. He started acquisition.com. Now he's purchased a ton of 7-figure businesses. And so the dude's an absolute legend in our space. And he all got started really with Gym Launch, right? That was kind of he owned a couple of gyms. He went to a mastermind, and the people at the mastermind were like, dude, you should teach this. You're really good at getting your gyms going. Why don't you just teach this? So he decided to launch Gym Launch. Okay. Gym Launch quickly scaled up to be an 8-figure company. He ended up selling it and moved into his acquisition.com portfolio. But I think this is a great funnel for us to look at. Like I said, it's $10 million plus funnel, easy. And like I said, he sold it and it's still going today. So not only did it basically skyrocket his success, but the business is still running today. Gym Launch is still a thing. There are ads that are still running for it. So we're going to kind of take a peek into all of that today. So let's go ahead and dive in. So if we go to the ad library, if you don't know, you can just go ahead and jump straight into the Meta ad library. You can literally Google it if you are unfamiliar with it. You can just go ahead and Google it and you can pull it right up. And then once you do, you can go ahead and search for different businesses. Okay, so we know that Gym Launch is kind of the funnel that we want to jump into today and the one that we want to kind of look at. And so I love whenever I'm doing competitor research to kind of just dive into the ad library and just see what ads are running for this. And what's actually really cool as well is if you look historically speaking, you can kind of scroll down and see the stuff that they were running in 2019, which is just kind of it's just kind of cool to think about. You see the Hormozis back in 2019 wearing their Gym Lords gear and stuff. It's cool. And I think I don't know, for me it's inspiring to kind of see them being so all in on one brand. And then now if you look at their content today, 4 years later, it's all acquisition.com, and it's kind of their content has elevated to that next step. But it's really neat to kind of come back to this and look at them just grinding it out on their gym brand, which is kind of neat. But anyways, what we want to look at is today, right? So we don't want to just look at what they did all the way back in 2019. We want to see the ads that they're running today. So you can see here, these are all launched in July of 2023. So let's go ahead and check some of it out. So as you can see, the ads are, pretty straightforward. Hey, we're going to help you make an extra 150K in revenue in the next 52 weeks with your gym. This is the kind of ad that you're going to see on Instagram and on Facebook. And when you click it, it's going to take you to some of these pages here. So I've already kind of opened up some of them for you. So this right here is the main one that I want to look at today. This is basically a lead magnet funnel. And I can tell you that this is where they're driving the vast majority of their traffic. And it's where a lot of high ticket brands are driving the vast majority of their traffic nowadays as well. And we're going to kind of roll through it, and then I'll tell you basically why it works so well. So after someone clicks the ad, they're sending to a lead magnet, essentially, that's basically saying, hey, these are the 7 money models that we use to scale our gyms. Do you want to check it out? Go ahead and put in your information here below, and then you can go ahead and download it, essentially, or we're going to send it to you. Okay, so they've got a little bit of extra copy here. They talk through some of the pain points. CTA, yes, I want the 7 money models, right, to basically download this resource, right? So they ask for name, email, and phone. This is key because of the funnel that we're going to be kind of moving into. Asking for phone number up front has become extraordinarily popular with these types of lead magnets in the last, I would say, year or so, because when you ask for it, you're going to hurt your conversion just a little bit on the front. But the benefit is that now you have the phone number, and if you have a sales team, they can dial out all of the leads that are just opting in, right? So what a lot of business owners are seeing is that, yeah, you're going to get fewer people to opt in for the lead magnet because of the phone number. However, the people that are opting in, one, there's a little bit more intent, right? A little bit high, like better quality of a lead because they are giving you the phone number, but you also have an extra basically way to contact them, right? It's not just email. Now you can send text messages and call them. So pretty cool if you have a sales team to be collecting that on the front. But obviously worth a test and see how it affects your opt-in rate on this page. Okay, so this is page 1. After you go ahead and opt in, page 2, basically they say, cool, now we want you to claim a 15-minute gym audit, right? So essentially, if it's a 15-minute call, you can expect this to really be kind of like what sales teams call like a triage call or a setter call. It's basically a call to say, hey, is this person even qualified? Are they even really a good fit? Before you send them to a full 45 or 60-minute call with an actual closer, right? So this is stage 2. They give you some slots that you can go ahead and book a call. You can choose a time, right? And then these are going to be the questions that they ask you. They want to know your company, first name, last name, email, and phone again. And that's it. They're not asking any sort of application questions on this funnel, which I actually find pretty interesting. Typically, I recommend getting some qualifier questions in here, but they're not doing that on this one. They've been running the funnel for like 4 years. It's well over an 8-figure funnel. So, what they're doing is clearly working. Okay, cool. So let's move. After you go ahead and book a call, right? The next step in this is they're going to send you to, let me see if I can bring this back over here. Okay. So the gym launch, basically they're going to send you here to the success page, right? So after you've booked a call, they're saying, hey, you should join our Facebook group. Another way for them to basically get in front of you. So now they have your phone number, they have your email, and now they're asking you to join one of their communities as well. So they want to try to get in front of you as much as humanly possible. They're also providing free value, right? So, hey, get a free copy of our book. Go ahead and download that here. And if you want, go ahead and check out our podcast as well, right? So this is kind of the success page that they're going to send you to afterwards. Now, that funnel is extraordinarily simple, right? It's 3 steps, right? We went from the landing page where they collected this info straight to a calendar. And then after the calendar, they're just asking you to get more involved. So what this tells me is that the sale is really happening with the follow-up, with the email sequences that they're driving. And then with that sales rep that's been booked, that setter is going to provide value and really try to work the lead. Okay. So pretty crazy that people can be making 10, 15, $20 million a year off of simple funnels just like this. All right. Now I mapped it out here as well, just so that you guys could kind of see it, almost like if we're just looking at a whiteboard here. This to me is like a really easy way to kind of just see it all in one place. But basically, the only difference here is that the one that I've mapped out here doesn't have the booking step in between, but it's simple, guys. You run an ad to a landing page. The landing page collects the information. You then send them to another page that's basically going to provide that extra value and provide more instructions. And then it basically gets moved into an email drip as well as the setter flow, right? So the setter is following up with them via SMS, and then they're going to get them set on a call with a closer. So pretty crazy. I just wanted to kind of come on here today and just showcase some of this to you guys, because it's pretty wild. Like a lot of people, when they see, the Hormozis up on stage, when they see, these companies that are claiming these massive results, right? You think that there is this insane 50-page thing, and it's a team of 100 marketers working on this massive insane strategy. But this just goes to prove that you don't have to rethink the wheel, right? What you've got to do as a business is you got to drive leads, you've got to get them in front of your sales team, and you got to provide value, right? And that's what this funnel is really designed to do. So if you've got setters If you've got a sales team with closers, try implementing this funnel if you're not doing this already. A simple lead magnet with some extra steps to get them in front of your setter, right? Now, the big piece that we haven't talked about yet on this is having actual like email drip and like SMS sequences to follow up with people, okay? It's not just with the funnel. It's like you got to actually provide real value, right? So you got to think about once they've opted in, what are some of the things that you can be sending out that are going to actually build credibility, provide value to the lead after they've opted in, right? So what we've kind of mapped out here is just a really quick 8-day example. And I can kind of run you through what this would look like. So as soon as someone opts in, you should send them the resource that you promised them. That's like insanely important, right? So in this scenario, they're promising the 7 money models, right? It's probably a PDF that has like a couple of their things mapped out on it. Okay, so you want to make sure if someone opts in here, you actually send them the money models, right? So that's kind of step 1. Go ahead and actually dish out that lead magnet. Then over the next few days, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be building credibility for yourself, right? So one of the things that if I was them, one of the things I would do is probably day 2 is I would probably share a video of Alex Hormozi talking about the money models, like in a video or like a podcast, something that's got a lot of views and will build the credibility for Alex. He's already got a ton. Most people know who he is, but like if they don't, like you want to make sure that you showcase that probably right up next, right? The next things that you're probably going to do is you're going to showcase testimonials, people who have used the gym launch method and the results that they've gotten, right? You sprinkle those testimonials throughout. And then lastly, it's going to be those CTAs, right? Like call to actions of, hey, so still notice that you haven't booked your call with our team. We want to audit your gym. We want to show you what we're doing that you could also do to scale to that revenue number, right? So that's kind of the typical sequence that you're going to see there as well. Okay, now last thing that I wanted to show you guys on this short training after peeking inside a funnel like this is I'm going to go ahead and link this inside of our Facebook group as well. But we basically have this whole competitor research doc that we've done as well. This is going to be insanely valuable to you if you don't have this already, but it is a 12-page doc that literally runs you through everything that we do whenever we're checking out a competitor. So we barely scratched the surface in this video on kind of analyzing their ads to the funnel and then just kind of mapping it out on the whiteboard for you. But there's so many cool things that you can do if you have a competitor in mind or someone that you know is really successful in the space. And even if you don't, this doc will actually even show you how to find people to like go out and check out what they've got going on. And it walks you through all the different tools and key things that you should be looking for when you are analyzing somebody else's funnel. So I will link this inside of our Facebook group on the post for this training as well. So guys, I know that was short and sweet, but I hope it was valuable to you. If you have questions or anything, post them in the group. Or if you have another funnel that you would like for us to go ahead and analyze, that's another one that we could do. Just go ahead and comment in the group and we will see you guys here next Friday. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.